podcast, Real Estate Insider, where America goes for funding. Call or text Angelo, 832-431-6331, your direct nationwide commercial and residential lender. Every Thursday, we come to you live to talk about real estate market, the credit, lending, everything like that. So appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching. Hope everyone is doing well out there, getting ready for the weekend. So we do our show every Thursday. It's our live show. You can talk with Angelo, and then we have our weekly podcast videos that we have on YouTube. Hey, Kevin. And then we do our weekly shows that we have on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We're a direct nationwide lender. We've been doing it for over 2 decades. We do commercial, residential, private lending, all different types of financing. So if we can help in any type of loan, call or text my office. Please, help support the channel. Give us a thumbs up, enable notifications, like the bell, subscribe, share this with any friends, family, colleagues, coworkers, anyone that's trying to learn about lending, real estate, finance, credit. That's why we're here. So we're here to educate you, empower you, give you the information. Hey, Mike, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to be talking about a couple things tonight. Obviously, if you guys have questions, hit me up down below, whatever questions that you have. So a couple things that are on my mind tonight, what I want to talk about is you saw the NAR real estate lawsuit settlement, the end of realtor 6% commissions. What does that mean? What does that look like? So that's one thing I want to discuss. I want to talk about hard versus soft credit inquiries, how that affects your credit score. That's number two. And then number three is our down payment assistance, FHA zero down homebuyer program. That's the third thing I want to talk about. The fourth thing is no documentation in private loans, the emergence of private lending. Five is our bank statement and our jumbo home loan program. So those are the things I'm going to be discussing tonight. And again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. So the first thing in regards to this NAR lawsuit, and I don't know if any of you guys are watching the channel or are realtors or brokers or whatever, but on March 15th, they passed a settlement, basically ending the way that realtors are paid on their compensation, to make it a more level, fair, playing field, basically. And again, I'm just giving you the information. I'm not giving you my opinion about it. Um, you know, the thing is that for all of this time, the way that realtors are paid was through the seller. So like if you sell, $1 million property, for example, the seller got paid 3%, the buyer got paid 3%, and the seller had to pay for that for both sides of the deal. And a lot of people thought that that was very unfair, and it wasn't legal, it wasn't ethical to have the seller pay for the commissions for both sides of the transaction. That it affected inflated property values. There was coercion, whatever, maybe manipulation. So now this settlement basically states that each side of the transaction is responsible for paying the fees for their agent. So the seller will pay their fees for their listing broker, and then the buyer will pay their fees for the buyer's representation. Now, it's not clear how they're going to be, billing or charging those fees to the buyer. I think the seller side is still going to be a percentage, a flat percentage of the sale of the home. And if there's any brokers or agents that are watching this, if they want to chime in or if they have any more information, they can discuss about it. But the buyer's side, could be either a flat fee, an hourly rate, a per listing fee. It's hard to really see, but definitely the seller is not going to be paying that. So that's the biggest change. So the question is, how is that going to affect realtors? How does it affect buyers? Will buyers use agents anymore? Will the real estate market be dead? The 6% commission is gone, that whole type of thing. Mr. Motive, what happens if you don't use the entire loan that you're approved for? Oh, thank you. I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you for checking in. Um, well, if you don't, whatever. So let's say you get approved um, for a $500,000 loan, okay? Um, and you find a house that you want to purchase for 300,000, then the lender is only going to give you a loan for 300,000. They're not going to give you the loan for 500. You can only use the loan for the real estate or for the for the purchase of the property. Like if you buy a house for 300,000 and you got approved for 500, you can't take the extra 200 and just keep that in your bank account. That's not how. And I'm not saying that's what you're asking me. A lot of people, I know it's weird. A lot of people ask me that question, but it's just not how it works. So you might have got pre-approved for more, but you're going to give you the loan for whatever the purchase of the property is. So it's a good question. But anyway, so that's what the deal with this real estate settlement. I hope that the real estate brokerage industry is going to be okay and that it's survives and thrives. I think we need brokers, we need realtors. Um, See what happens. But now, in regards to credit, I want to talk about credit for a second. How credit affects the loan, how it affects your interest rate, how it affects your approval, and then doing a soft credit check versus a hard credit check. So, when you're getting a loan and you're inquiring with the lender, um, my thought is that they shouldn't be doing a hard credit pull on you in the beginning because it affects your credit score. It pulls down your points. It's expensive. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense if they haven't approved you, they haven't given you acceptable terms. There's no reason to do a hard credit check. You can do a soft credit check and get the same outcome, and it doesn't affect your score. Like we do a soft credit check to even see if the deal makes sense. So if the loan makes sense, then we will approve you. You accept everything, and then we move forward, and then we can do a hard credit check on you because you do need to have a hard credit check to close on the loan, but definitely not in the beginning to do a pre-approval. Okay. So basically, the next steps, what I would always recommend is, ask the lender, hey, are you doing a hard credit check on me? You doing a soft credit check? What are we doing here? Because you definitely don't want to have a hard credit check if you can avoid it. It's better to do a soft credit check so it doesn't affect your score. So that would be my thing. Whoever you're going to talk to when you're applying or inquiring for a loan, you know, see if they can do a soft credit check first, because the soft credit check will have the same credit score as the hard credit check. Okay, so there's no justification to do a hard credit check and then have it hurt your credit score, because when you have a hard inquiry, it does lower your score. So that's just the way it works. And that's just but about 80% of the lenders out there do a hard inquiry first, even before they pre-approve you, which just doesn't make any sense to me. So just be mindful of that. Uh, yeah, it's a good one. Just make sure that you're getting a soft credit check in the beginning. The next thing I want to talk about is our jumbo home loans that we do, that we specialize in. We specialize in jumbo home loans. We do full doc, jumbo loans, just like Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America. We have those type of loan programs, but then we also have alternative financing, private, and then we're a self-employed expert master. We have non-disclosure of income, where you don't need tax returns, you don't need W-2s, you don't need pay stubs to be able to get a loan to buy a property, whether it's an investment property, a primary residence, or a second home, whatever. You can use your bank statements, you can use your financial statement, you can use your 1099 to qualify. You don't need taxes, and we can go up to a $3 million loan, $3 million property with only 10% down. So it's a really powerful product to be able to help you guys out there. So when we do the jumbo regular full documentation too, but like you can use your bank statements to qualify. Let's just say you're self-employed and you own a business and you want to buy a 2 million. We do this a lot for self-employed people, where they have a lot of deductions on their taxes. They don't qualify for whatever reason with their tax returns. You can use your profit and loss statement or your bank statement or your 1099. You own a business. You can use the business bank statements, your LLC, to qualify to be able to purchase the property. So let's just say you want to buy a $2 million home. We can do it with as little as 10% down, but just using your bank statements or your 1099. You don't need the tax return, and it's a 30-year fixed mortgage, no mortgage insurance, and you can qualify and use your business to help you to purchase it if you're self-employed. A lot of people aren't aware that that's out there. They think that you need, taxes and all this other stuff to be able to get the loan. It's just not the case. So that's a really, really good program if you're a self-employed business owner and you want to purchase your home. We also have the investor loan too, the no documentation loan. That's really good. If you're trying to buy rental properties, you can do it for Airbnb, obviously short-term rentals, long-term rentals, fix and flip, the Burr method. Build and then basically the Burr method. I'm sure you guys have heard of that before. You purchase a distressed property, buy it for 100 grand, put 50 grand into it. It's worth 300,000. You cash out and you refinance, and you just keep doing that over and over. There's a lot of people that have gotten very good at that and built a large portfolio and making very large rental income every single month and retiring like that. And so having a great lender like us in your pocket, having the right brokers that you work with to find those deals is critical for your success. So that's if you know what you're doing, you got the right crew, you can become very successful with the Burr method with building a portfolio of rental properties. We also offer the blanket portfolio loan. Hey Kim, good evening. Thank you so much for checking in. We also have the blanket portfolio loan that's really cool. Where if you own, let's just say, 5 properties or 100 properties, you can put them all in a blanket loan, one loan, and bundle them all together. That's a really powerful product too. So my thought is that if you're trying to build your portfolio, look at doing the private, no documentation loan. The one thing also I like about it, there's no limit to the amount of rental properties that you have versus a conventional loan that maxes you at 10 properties. We also do ground up construction for investors and builders too. If you want to start building, a lot of investors right now are building developments. They're doing spec homes. They're doing tiny home communities, investment properties, because it's so expensive right now. Real estate prices have just gone through the roof, and this stuff is just really out of whack. A lot of people have gone to building. They're just buying land, developing it. It makes a lot more financial sense sometimes than purchasing an existing property. It can be really hard. I mean, we hear it all the time from people that they're just struggling to find good properties that are for sale. So a lot of people are turning to ground up construction, and we offer one-time closed construction loans on the primary residence, investment properties, mixed use development, massive communities, master plan communities. If you're looking to build a community, just whatever you're looking to do, you know, if it makes sense. And obviously, all those loan programs have their own set of requirements, but they're out there, you know, and the banks are making it really tough right now to get loans. It's good to talk to a private lender or someone that has alternative financing products to be able to help you to get the deals funded. you guys have any questions, any comments, let me know. I'm happy to answer any of your questions. So those are so we talked about the jumbo loans, ground up construction, hard credit inquiry versus soft credit inquiry, and then the NAR lawsuit. The last thing I want to talk about was for our first time buyers, our down payment assistance program. We have a really cool program that we offer nationwide, with the exception of New York, where you can get up to $50,000 for down payment and closing cost assistance for your primary residence. You have to have at least a 620 credit score, but you can buy up to the county loan limit. It's an FHA loan. So most of the counties 500,000. There are some parts of the country where you can go up to $1 million with the FHA, and I mean basically you can buy the home with, I mean, virtually no money down. If you get closing cost assistance, which the FHA allows up to 6%, you could theoretically buy the property with no money down. And you get 5% down payment assistance from us, and you get 6% closing costs. I mean, it's really a slam dunk. So, hey, Karen, business loans, yeah, we have business loans that we offer, and we've done a lot of talking on our channel about that. We have an unsecured business line of credit for up to 750K. That's one of them. OZ Sky, I'm interested in a house that needs work. I'm a veteran. Yep. Let me answer the Karen on the business loan. So we have the line of credit unsecured. We also have business term loans, like a long-term loan up to 10 million, and then for large businesses we have business loans up to 100 million. Okay, Ken. Yeah, reach out to us in the line of credit. It's pretty basic. You just have to have a 550 or higher credit score. You need to have been in business for at least 2 years, 6 months of bank statements. Now, the key thing on that business line of credit is, you have to have a business that is depositing, strong deposits. Okay. So like if you're trying to get an unsecured business line of credit, you have to be depositing at least, minimum 30K a month into the account. I'm not saying you have to make 30K, but there has to have at least, that's great, Karen. Yeah. So you have to be depositing and, at least 30K a month into the account. Okay. So 360,000 a year in deposits minimum to be eligible. Okay. And the business has to be in good standing. You don't need tax returns. You don't need W-2s. You don't need pay stubs. But you can get a unsecured line of credit. I think the rates are starting like at 8%, something like that, depending on what you qualify for. I'm not saying you're going to get 8%. I'm just saying that's where they start at. It's all based on the review of underwriting, but they're out there and we offer them. Can you get approved for apartment complex based on the property rather than your personal credit? Ken, you can, but it depends. You know, um, so you're welcome, Karen. See, the thing is, Ken, it depends on what you're trying to do. You see, so like, uh, okay, like for example, like if you're trying to buy an apartment complex and you don't want to, let's just say it's an asset-based loan, um, and you don't want to use your personal credit. It's possible, but it depends on what you're trying to do. Like, for example, I mean, the loans get very complicated. So, like, if you're trying to purchase it, and like one of the where there's a complication is you try to buy the property and you don't, let's just say you don't want to use your personal credit, but then you don't want to put any money down at the same time. That's where it gets kind of tricky because let's just kind of give an example. Let's just say, okay, there's a $2 million apartment complex, and you know you want to buy that property, and then you say, well, I don't want to put any money down, and I don't want to use my credit. Well, then that's very hard to do that, because then the only way you can really do that is we have a product called reverse purchase, where you can get add on the title with the seller and then do a refinance, assuming the property has sufficient equity. Like on that type of transaction, You could, let's just say that you want to buy a property with basically no money down, no credit. The most financing you can get is probably 50% of the value. Okay, so meaning that if the property is worth 2 million, the most you can get as a loan is for 1 million. There's nobody that's going to give you, 100% financing and no credit and 100% of the value. That doesn't exist. But they'll give you 50%, and that could exist. But the tricky thing is, I mean, obviously in this example, is who's going to sell you a property at 50 cents on the dollar. People are going to usually sell what the homes or the property is worth. So it just depends on, what you're trying to do. And that's the kind of the cool thing with private lending. It gets kind of, creative because we're using our own funding, our own capital to make the loan, so we can get somewhat flexible, but it still has to make sense. There's no one doing like crazy exotic loans that don't make sense, because in the end it all has to kind of shuffle out and work. So, you know, I don't know if that answers your question, Ken, but oh, then on the VA question, yes, we can help you with the VA. We go down to a 500 credit score with a VA loan. So you can do VA single family, multifamily, we even do VA ground up construction loans. If you're a veteran, you can buy the land, build a house with no money down, get 100% financing. And we can help you to get your COE. If you have your DD 214, we can get you your COE. We can order that for you. You don't need to get that. We go down to a 500 credit score on our VA loans. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to helping you guys if we can. Call or text our office. We're open 7 days a week for you. 832-431-6331. We do our live show every week. So don't be a stranger. Reach out to us. We're here for you. Call or text our office if we can help you. All of our links are down below on the YouTube. You can go to our channel. Oh, your score 612. Okay, you should be fine. We just got to look at it. There's no fees to apply to enroll. We don't do any hard credit check. We just do a soft check, so it doesn't affect your points. There's no contract, so you don't have to pay anything. Reach out to us. We'd love to help you to get started. We could figure it out pretty quick. Oh, you already have your certificate? Okay, good. That's good. Mm. Karen, do you only go live on Thursday? Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, if you're a disabled vet, you can also probably waive property taxes too, depending on what state and what percentage of disability. So I got to look at it and see. But yeah, a lot of states will let you, like Texas, if you're, I think, 90% or more disabled, you can waive the property taxes in Texas. I don't, I mean, some other states think Florida's okay with that. Yes, Texas. Okay. Yeah. So, but Karen, we have our other shows. We have over 1,600 videos on our YouTube channel. You can just go into the search bar in our YouTube and see, type in what you're looking for. We do a live basically every week. So yeah, like I said, if I can help you guys or anything, reach out to us. We do commercial loans, private loans, residential. Definitely want to help you with the financing. So I appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel with Angelo Christian. Check out the channel, call or text my office. If I can help you all with anything, let me know. Thank you. Yeah, please reach out to us, Michelle. Thank you, guys. Matt, how does the process work? First thing is just call us to schedule a consultation. There's no fees for that. Discuss it with one of our lenders, our top senior lenders, to go over it, and then we work on a strategy and a route to help you to kind of build it out and get it going. And then we can give you either a proof of funds or a pre-approval to start shopping. You can work with our legal team or our tax team for the LLC creation if you don't have that set up. But we work with you on that to help you, to kind of guide you and walk you through it. And then we can also connect you with brokers if you need help with that to find the properties. Whether it's, stuff that's on the MLS or private off market stuff, we can help you with that too. And we have a nationwide network that we can help you with. So, yeah, but just let us know. We're happy to work with you and help you in any capacity. I'm glad that you all tuned in and checked us out tonight. It's been great. So, whatever we can do, don't be a stranger. Reach out to us, call us, text us, 832-431-6331. I hope you guys have a great evening. Have a great, happy weekend. Enjoy. Take care with your family. Spend some time. If we can help anything, please reach out. We're here for you. Y'all take care. We love you guys. Stay strong. All right. Bye bye.